Now, so once you're done with the first part of editing, and perhaps this is the hardest part actually, where you will have to be very patient. It's time consuming. You need to be patient. It is worth your time. You will do this, and it is very tiresome. You need to just be patient and do it because it is worth it actually. So this is perhaps the hardest part because the rest will be very easy now moving forward. And you are able to make all these changes. Now we can go to the next part. Now the next part would be you want to include your, let's say you want to include your logo. If you have one or you can create one, you add something. So let me look if I have, let me see if I have one. Okay, now this is my logo. You bring it here, double click, then you can drag it here. So if this is your logo, you will crop it to small. You can make some edits. You can work on opacity, reduce opacity to 50 so that it's not too much bright on your site. You can also use text. You don't need to have a logo. Then you will stretch it all through your clips so that it will appear in every part. This is just to protect your videos from anyone copying when you want to upload to YouTube or any other place. Now you can come to titles. If you don't have a logo, you can also use titles. Filmora 13 has a lot of subtitles. You can try them, but I just want to recommend that you go the minimalist. You don't want to, unless you want to show something special, but use the minimalist. You don't want to exaggerate things here. Make it easy and simple. You can use this corner any way you prefer, but don't make it at the center because it will be. Now you reduce also opacity to 50. Let's say 50. You can type in your keyboard, enter, go to titles, change the name, assuming this is depending on your name. You can say Liverpool, for example. Yeah. You can change the title name, category of font type. You can say you want anything bright like this one, for example. Now you can also change these options. You can try this or even this one. And if that is okay, and look at it how it goes, and then you will stretch it all through your video as well. Make sure, look at that. So once you are done with that, you are almost ready. Now YouTube will want, if you want to upload it in YouTube to make money, YouTube will want you to add value to this video because this is not your own content. You're just using, you're under the category of fair use, so you want to add value, and they will ask you to add value. And one of the ways to add value, you can add music, but the best part is the first value addition would be text, and you will always be making some once in a while. Like if you want to add some text here, you can make a description of a player here or what's happening here. Let's say, remember, for example, if I wanted to just to have a look at this was the last score that led to the winner. For example, if we come here, if we look at this, for example, crop and zoom. Sorry, this one is not showing. I want the results. Okay, as far as I know about this game, this was a 4-3 score for the winner in favor of Man United. So you can have a title here, bring it here. Now you can change the type if you want to. Let's say you want to use something else. Let's say this one. Let me say, let's say you're using this one. So let me remove this. So bring in this. So you can either say Liverpool menu or menu scores United. Even just saying menu squad. But this might not be very clear. You can say hammered the player. Say hammered scored the winner. And this became the winner. And this means you also have to have a background of the entire match. Yeah. So this is one of the ways to add value to your video. Another way, you can also include audio. And keep saving your video, Control S. So another way of adding value to your video is adding some background music, because sometimes you may want to remove the commentator audio part and you may want to have your background music only. So that's still okay, you can remove this, but sometimes it's very important you leave it. So you can leave it in some parts, you can also remove it in some parts if you need to. Now in this case, you can still add a background music, so you need to look for a copyright free music, like no copyright sounds. Come to YouTube, search for no copyright sounds, and you can specify football or soccer. You can have some playlist like this one or even this one, which is around 288. You can keep checking them. As an example, so you can come to this NCIS soccer. So this is the playlist. You can check, listen to each one of them. Skip some ads. So once you find the one that you like, let's say this one is what you like. Let's say this one is what you like. You can get a link, come to this site, Y2met, paste, and then you convert. You want MP3, you need the audio part only. You don't need a video. Download. If you have a downloader, it will just download automatically to your downloads. And once you're downloading, you have downloaded, you'll come here, downloads, and sorry, you'll need to come to downloads. So music, okay, and you will download this one. So you open and you can drag it here. So you realize the sound is more as a high volume. And what I normally do first, I'll select both audios, and then I like to use auto normalization first. This is normalizing the audio setting, making all the basic settings. But I should have just done it to this end because that was too much. Maybe I should have been able to cut here, remove the extra part by deleting from my keyboard. So you realize they are playing at the same volume, and you need to also control that, because if you want the commentator voice to be heard, you can select the first audio with the commentator voice, the audio you want to give priority. Then you can use what we call audio ducking. So this feature will suppress the remaining the other audios by 50%. It will reduce the volume automatically by 50%. And this is very good when you have some breaks in between, because sometimes you have the commentator speaking, maybe at some point you have a break. Like if you remove the ear, let's say to here, and for example, there's not this part. So the volume will automatically increase on this background music, for example. So you realize it is reducing and increasing. It is reducing and increasing depending on the parts that there is no other, the commentator is not speaking. Me undo Control Z from your keyboard. So that is basically what you can do, and you're ready to export your first video. Of course, you can go on and on. This was a sample, and we'll be going now to exporting part.